You know, I assumed that I would start the show today talking about the NBA Finals, because why wouldn't you, right? I assumed that I would probably even be talking about a brand new first-time NBA champion. In fact, it seemed pretty likely. However, the Thunder had no interest in the Larry O last night. In fact, the Thunder took such an enormous dump in their pants.
Big dump in your pants.
That I'm actually not going to spend the open talking about the NBA Finals. If OKC really didn't give a damn about that game, why the hell should we? And you can't tell me they did based on how they showed up. Or didn't. However, I will tell you, I'll tell you somebody who did care about their game last night. In fact, they cared about that game a lot. The Padres and the Dodgers. They really cared about that game. The tension, the drama, the intentional and or unintentional beanings, the dugouts emptying, benches clearing, managers threatening to give each other the hands. I mean, this game and this series has been amazing. Amazing. And believe it or not, I am not going to go all Dodger Jim on you here. Padre fan, don't trip. Don't freak. I'm not here to floss up in here with my rig and my flags and my vanity plate, although I could. But no, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to wave my car flags in your face like Papa Halliburton. I actually... All right, well, there it is. There's my rig. I did get it washed. I absolutely understand why the Padres were so pissed and bent and butthurt. Of course they were pissed. Their dude Tatis got drilled again by the Dodgers, and it's the third time in 9 days. Now, to be clear, no, I do not think they dotted him on purpose last night. The Dodgers had a rookie on the mound making his Major League debut. It was a 5-0 game in the ninth inning at the end of a series that LA had already won. Not saying the Rook wasn't looking to bust Tatis inside. What I am saying is it just got away from him. It did not seem intentional to me. Now, not a good thing. Not a good thing. Terrible place to get hit. Arguably one of the worst places to get hit. But I do not think that they did that on purpose. And neither does Tatis, by the way. He said himself after the game that it didn't seem intentional in that moment. He also said it doesn't really matter, though. Enough is enough. Clearly, his manager saw it the same way because Mike Shildt was right out of the dugout, barking across the field at Dave Roberts and the Dodgers, and then all hell broke loose. Check it out. I'm not saying punches were thrown because they weren't, but the benches did clear. The bullpens did clear because you got to go. You can't stay in the dugout. You can't stay in the bully. But there was some manager-to-manager contact. There was. Check out Dave Roberts. Check out Doc coming in hot. Check him out. Look at this. I think there might have been something of a forearm shiver right there from Doc. I think Doc put a little dent in Shilt's sternum right there. And Shildt, to his credit, was not having any of it. Dude went nuts. Watch this. Watch this. Oh, there's contact. When was the last time you saw managers make contact? And Doc Rivers, or Doc Roberts of all guys. Wild stuff. That's how we get two Major League managers threatening to give each other the hands. If you lip read, you can see it. Like, you want to go. Watch this. Look at Shildt. Shilt's like, you want to go? You want to go? You want to go? Meet me after the game. Meet me outside. I'll kick your ass. You want to go? 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 You want to go? Yeah, I'll see you after the game.
These hands.
Outside? Yeah, I'll meet you after the game. Dugout, parking lot, your house, my driveway. Let's go. Shilt's like, let's go right now. I'll meet you right this freaking second, Doc. Doc's like, yeah, go. Watch this again. Watch the contact. Look at Doc coming in hot. There's a little shiver. There's a little forearm. Listen, I'm not saying he went upside his head with that forearm shiver, but any contact may as well be so, right? Contact is contact. If you make physical contact, no matter what the contact is, essentially that's a reason to go. Contact is a reason to go. My man Schilt certainly thinks so. I haven't seen Doc that hot in a long time, if ever. We're talking about two of the more mild-mannered guys, but they've got that gear, and they went there. Absolutely losing it with each other. And you know what my take on that is? Good. Man, that was beautiful. Give me more. Good old-fashioned hate and manager-to-manager contact and threats to fight. Meanwhile, Tatis still on the ground. Listen, I got to give the Padres credit for defending themselves, even if the Dodgers were not trying to throw at them. And I don't think they were. But at this point, it doesn't really matter. Not when the star of the team gets beaned 3 times in 9 days and is currently in limbo right now with a potential hand injury. We don't know the extent of it. Manny Machado put it perfectly. Machado said the Dodgers better pray that that scan does come back clean because the August series is going to turn into the Royal Rumble if Tatis actually is hurt. I mean, if this dude comes back with a broken hand and they're not even going to be able to play the next series in August because they're all going to beat the hell out of each other, that would be something. I don't know. We have to wait and see. I just know this. It would be like all 5 guys dropping their gloves as soon as the first puck drops at a hockey game, except the baseball version. First pitch would be high and tight, and then you'd never get anybody back in the dugout ever again. It would be a straight-up melee. Can you imagine the build-up to that if this guy's hurt? We almost got that last night, in fact. And it really could have boiled over when the Padres retaliated when they absolutely did intentionally throw at Shohei. 100 miles per hour, by the way, up and in, high and tight, with the triple-digit heat. That could have been another reason to go. The Dodger dugout thought about it for a second. You had guys top-stepping. But then Shohei's like, not. We're good. Total class act. Shohei says, we're good. Stay there. He decided to defuse the entire situation. Check out how amazing this guy is. Not only does he wave off his own teammates and tell them, I'm good. Stay there. Don't escalate. You see him in the B-roll. If you're watching on the stream, he walks over to the Padre dugout and then tries to calm them down. And then he actually shakes hands with Luis Arraez at first base. So in other words, you got the best of both worlds in this one game. You got a classic display of hatred, which I'm not going to lie, I do condone and I do love, and a classic display of class. The only thing that would have made it better is if we found out that what Shohei actually said to the Padre dugout was, yo, in perfect English, by the way, yo, bum asses, chill out or I will single-handedly end you. And you know I will. Or probably more likely, he's saying, everybody relax. It's all good. It's fine. Someone's going to get badly hurt if this keeps going. It's good. I'm good. I'm fine. I'm wearing this, all right? Somebody may have already gotten hurt. I'm fine. You got me. I'm wearing it. We're good. We're cool. Or I don't know, maybe he walked over there and said, yo, Padres, tell me how my ass tastes. We already won the series, just like we won the division series last year. We own you, little bro. Brother. Anyway, I don't know what he said, but I think that he was definitely diffusing. I know this. It's all great. It is all great. It is exactly what a rivalry is all about. I know Max Muncy says that they're not rivals, and when he says that, he's really actually dogging them because he knows they're rivals. But this is pretty rivalrous. Pretty damn rivalrous, if you ask me. And pretty contentious and pretty entertaining. As long as nobody got hurt. I wouldn't condone that. But the whole thing was pretty dramatic and pretty understandable. So when it was all said and done, and you think that maybe cooler heads are going to prevail, I thought, and they did for the most part, but I thought Padre manager Mike Shildt did a really good job of summing up the whole thing afterwards. This is what Mike had to say.
Did you think the pitch was intentional to hit Tatis tonight in that spot?
I'd like to think not, but I can't say that. Only a couple people know that. And whether it was or it wasn't, enough is enough. You know, we got a guy that's getting x-rays right now. It's one of the best players in the game, of course, on our team. And this guy's has taken shots.
I mean, that's fair. Whether I stand by this. It was not intentional. You're not dotting a guy when you've already won the series and it's a 5-run game in the 9th inning. You had a rookie up there. Maybe they were trying to bust him inside. They were the entire series. It got away from him. But, intentional or not, I could see where after getting hit 3 times, he'd say, enough is enough. Enough is enough. I mean, whether you meant it or not, we really don't even care at this point because now we have a guy that we might be without. You're dotting our guy over and over. It's only a matter of time before he does get hurt. So the manager has to stand up for his guy in that spot. I get that. Now, does the manager have to threaten to give the opposing manager them hands? Maybe.
Hands.
Maybe. Doc did make contact. And I don't know what was said between the two of them. If threats were issued, then I guess I don't really have a problem with that either. Managers throwing. All right, I'm just going to be real. I don't have a problem with any of this. It's all awesome. And it's only June, and the temperature is already through the roof. They already had an incredible series in the playoffs last year. We got a couple of really good teams with a couple of really intense fan bases, and they're fired up. You've got 2 teams with the highest average attendance in baseball right now. They did play an amazing playoff series last year, and from the looks of things, they're going to be brawling it out all summer long. Maybe even literally brawling it out.